think I'd go out of my mind if I didn't make content, you know, like it's heavy going, don't get me wrong. Today I've got to film like 50 videos and I do that every 2 or 3 days. I think with business, a lot of the time it is up and down and it's very glamorized online, like, oh, start a business and everyone wants to start this business, but I don't think they realize the amount of work and how hard it is to actually run a business, and when it goes down, it's like, it's crazy. Even when you're making money, there comes to a point where you're like, but what for? Like, what am I making money for? I don't know, I just feel like I'm becoming a total different person who I'm not used to. I don't know what I'm meant to do with it, if I'm completely honest with you. Good morning. I feel like all I'm doing is filming me filming, but literally that's my life. Like, that is what I do. My day routine is I wake up, take my dog out for a walk, go to the gym, come back, get ready and film and edit. That's my day. But I have got a couple of really cute pieces that I have to share with you. So look at this. This is so cute. Look at this activewear. Is that not the prettiest, girliest activewear you've ever seen in your life? So Astoria Activewear have sent me this, and I've had a look at some of their other pieces. I really love their checkered pieces as well. Honestly, the prettiest activewear I've ever seen in my life. And they very kindly gave me a discount code as well for you. So I'll put it on the screen, but this is so pretty. You have to go and see their other stuff. Got some really cute summer dresses from Cider. So this one's got, look how pretty that is. It's almost like an August, like a harvest dress. It's got like strawberries and flowers on, super pretty. I hadn't heard of Cider before TikTok Shop, if I'm honest with you. I'd never heard of them before. But they have got some beautiful pieces. Look how pretty that is. I am such a dress girl. In the summer, I love wearing dresses. In fact, in the autumn as well, I will still wear dresses. It's either a dress or activewear normally, well, like loungy wear. This box is something I'm very excited about indeed. So in here I have got a new handbag that I have been sent from a company called RSVP, and I'm quite fussy with who I accept parcels from because I really don't like having a load of stuff for nothing. Unless it's something that I know that my friends or family are going to want. And when these reached out to me and I looked at their bags, I was like, yes, I am very happy. Honestly, I was really torn actually with which one to choose. Like, now that it keeps coming up on my Instagram, I'm like, oh, I really love their saddlebags. They have the cutest saddlebags with like, it looks like coins. They're like this minimal hardware detailing. They've got like a massive oversized slouchy bag, which I really love as well. And then their pre-fall collection is on pre-order. It's so nice. Actually, it could be their pre-summer. There's like a pre-order on at the minute, but it's so pretty. So this is actually not like their other models. Their kind of key staple is that like big coin design. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I love the colour. This is also going to be perfect for autumn as well. Look how gorgeous this is. Let me get the straps out. So it's a really nice, thick, chunky, like a belt strap. So here's the bag. It's so beautiful. Let me just get closer first. How nice is that? It's actually really spacious inside. It's massive inside actually, but it feels like it's not going to be too big. Oh, that's so cute. So this strap, basically, you can also wear it around as more like a casual bag. In fact, when I've got to go to London, I think I'm going to take this bag with me because it feels very kind of safe and secure. The quality is absolutely gorgeous and the detailing and stitching, so beautiful. They are handmade leather bags, so pretty. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking this bag with me to London because it feels super secure. And then on the sides, I've got like a little flap here for my phone or extra little bits. It'll probably be like makeup compacts and stuff. That's so pretty. But yeah, today is such a beautiful day. It's so nice to have the sun out again. My normal morning routine, which I am going to film for you actually because I'm in another morning routine again, but just been doing my morning routine, filming everything, and then either editing in the garden outside with Sheba, or we'll go to the beach or like a nice coffee shop, and then I just edit from there. So as long as I can get all of my filming done, the editing I can do from anywhere. But that is going to be the plan today. had a Chinese, I just had sweet and sour, and I'm eating prawn crackers, and I'm sat here just trying my hardest to do some work, and I just can't. I am so tired at the minute, and I feel honestly really overwhelmed. Like, I feel like I need constant breaks because I'm just putting like a lot of energy into things at the moment that have very little reward. And I've noticed when you put your energy into things like content is a perfect example where there's very little reward, it can get really exhausting. I feel like I was just in overdrive, and for the longest time I've been in this like wheel of working as a distraction. And then February this year, my sister had a series of events that happened. She was obviously buying her apartment, her partner went to work away, and basically, long story short, she ended up living with me for a short amount of time. So my house duties mama role resumed again. So all of a sudden now I've got company, and I felt like a purpose. I took less pressure off my work. I enjoyed the company, which actually has been probably bad for me, because while I felt really lonely in my previous relationship, I didn't notice when the company wasn't there. This time when my sister was living with me, now when her and Cam work away, I really notice that the company's not there, and it makes me like really emotional. And I'm not a crier, I'm not an emotional person, but I don't know why, like I've gained an attachment to my sister, probably in a bad way, because I don't normally feel lonely in my own company. And like I said, I literally lived months on my own in peace. I loved it. I loved being on my own. I was like, oh no, I don't understand how people can't be on their own. But now they've gone to work away again, I notice it. And it's really weird for me. This is no different to what I've been doing for months, but now I'm sat here like, how have I done this for months? I have no desire to work my arse off anymore. I don't want to build an empire anymore. I actually don't want to be in like a huge, thriving, stressful business and constantly working. I actually don't want that. That was like me in survival mode. We're now taught that you can do it all, and we can't. Like, we can't do it. We can, but mentally, there comes a point where you burn out and you're like, this is too much for me. And I think taking a step back and being like, wow, I don't want to do that, has kind of killed this thing in me where I was just constantly working my arse off. And then it's made me feel a little bit lost, because now I'm like, well, if I'm not striving to build a business and I don't have anyone at home who I'm like nurturing or taking care of, I don't feel like I have a purpose. Like, what am I doing? I don't know. And I make money from home, and it's very flexible, and I can do what I want, and I'm really grateful of that. But even when you're making money, there comes to a point where you're like, but what for? Like, what am I making money for? I'm now trying to think, who am I without like building a business and working, like, who is that version of me? And the reason I want to share this is because everyone always thinks, oh, you have your shit together, and I do normally have my shit together, but I am at a point where I really am trying to think of the person I want to be moving forward, and the life I want to have, and the type of partner I want to have. And I don't want it to be a repeat of what I've had. I'll be completely honest with you, I do not want a repeat ever of what I went through and what I've had. So something's gonna have to change, because if I keep trying to show up as someone who does it all, and if I keep doing it all, I get burnout, and I'm gonna constantly attract people. Not just relationships, I'm talking about just people, like friends. I had to cut off so many people last year because I set boundaries and realised that I was just being used. And I do things for people, I do a lot for people. I will just drop anything if someone needs me, but I don't always get that reciprocated. So it's really difficult for me to say no, and I'm trying to, I don't know, I just feel like I'm becoming a total different person who I'm not used to. I don't know what I'm meant to do with it, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm managing to like build something new, and I feel like this makes me uncomfortable, is the whole content creation side. So I'm managing to make money now as like a content creator. I don't know how I feel about that, because I'm like, well, what am I doing? This is not a business. This is like huge imposter syndrome, but it doesn't feel like the businesses I'm used to building. It's really different to what I'm used to. I like making content. I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know what it's going to do for me. It doesn't feel like a business, even though I'm limited. I don't know, it's just this huge imposter syndrome. And I think I'm finally like processing everything that's happened over the past few years, if I'm completely honest with you, and trying to work, like navigate this new version of me. No doubt about it, give me a month and I'll be back in flipping some kind of business, working my arse off. Hopefully not, but yeah, I just don't want to. Anyway, thanks for listening. Just had a full-on breakdown there. Who's this now? I don't even look at my phone anymore. Good morning. I have had the most productive morning ever. I took Sheba out for a walk, did a food shop, come back, put all my food away, and then I've just had a spin class and everything shower. I'm a literal mess right now, and then I'm just making some sourdough, egg and avocado. But today is a running errands day. I like to put some garlic granules and salt on top of my egg if I'm making fried egg. But yeah, just making some breakfast now, and then we're going to pop out. I need to go to the dairy, get some milk. I need to pick up some of Sheba's tablets. On a phone call with a potential new management company. So I've literally been going backward and forward, like toying with the idea of whether it's going to be beneficial or not for me to have a manager. I think a part of it is like imposter syndrome, because I don't like to let people down, so I'm like, why would I need a manager? Like, I'm not a big creator, but yeah, we'll just see. I do get approached a lot and I ignore a lot of them, but this one's actually a decent one. But I liked some of the things she was saying, and I do kind of need direction, especially with my Instagram. So for me, Instagram just started kind of as my personal / I would promote my business on it. So it started as like a business page, I guess, for Briar Lux when I was doing social media management. And then through me doing the social media management and marketing, I then ended up helping a brand with TikTok Shop, and then looking more into TikTok Shop. And then the more I was helping other brands, the more I was like, why am I not doing this myself? Like, I could be making a lot of money doing this myself. And then I just started trying to do things myself, and then I saw, I'll work smarter, not harder, you know? So yeah, I was like, right, I can make good money doing this, and instead of me putting all of my energy into trying to manage multiple people's accounts, which is very exhausting, especially on those times, you know how hard it is to manage your own account, so imagine doing a few, it's a lot. And I didn't want to employ anyone, because that's not for me anymore. My employment days are over. That was the biggest headache of my life. So yeah, like, I just started making content and making money from my content. And then now I'll do the occasional bit of coaching. So I still do like a little bit of coaching, and I help people with their content and stuff. And I tend to do more like business, so I'm so bad at multitasking. I tend to do like consulting to help businesses who have no idea about social media, who need help or need content help and stuff. But now I'm just focusing on my own content, and I'm just seeing like more growth in that. And I think it is literally just an imposter syndrome thing with me, where I'm like, I don't like the feeling that I'm trying to like be an influencer. I just like making content, quite honestly with you, and I just made it like my life in a way that I thought I could, so by making content for businesses. And then now it's just become where I do just make my own content. Anyway, so that's why I have the meeting. Let's see what she says. Why have I put avocado on that slice? The egg's not going on it, and I didn't want that. I've done way too much avocado. I just wanted bread and butter. It doesn't feel like a business in the same way. So then I get in my head with it, like, this is not sustainable, surely this can't pay my bills. But it just does. It's really wild. Let me just put my hair up. Oh God, what do I look like? Yeah. I think when you make content as well, you start thinking, surely no one cares. Like, no one cares about my life. You get in your head quite a lot because you literally think no one cares. Like, why? Why would people want to? But then all I do is watch YouTube. That's all I do. I don't watch TV. My Instagram is going to change completely and it's going to become a fashion account. When I spoke to Holly on the phone, she said, I think the direction your Instagram should go is in like a fashion direction. I think you'd make really good content, and that gave me a bit of anxiety. But that is a direction I'd like it to go in. But I think I've just always used Instagram as a tool to promote business, so it feels weird for me to just start posting fashion photos on there. Like, who do I think I am? So I think I want to post more photos on Instagram and use that platform for what it is, and then continue what I do on TikTok. I've got 2 TikToks now. I've got a TikTok shop TikTok, and I've also got one where I do like daily vlogs and like more aesthetic content. And I'm really happy that I made that division and I separated those, because now I'm able to just put whatever I want on the TikTok shop one. Whereas I felt really spammy doing that on my main account because I'd built that as like an aesthetic account. One of the things she said to me on the phone is, brands aren't tracking your followers, like engagement, the same anymore. They're tracking your sales. So if you can show them, I work with this brand, this is the return, obviously then they're going to have the budget to pay you. Same with YouTube. Like, I love being on YouTube because even if I get one comment off you, but it's like a repeating name, I just feel like I'm making friends. I'm not a very sociable person in person. I don't really like being around a lot of people. And I actually struggle making friends because I don't open up to people. But for some reason online, I come across very confident and I share a lot with you that I wouldn't share with the average person. So for me, having an online community is like having company or having friends, and I really like and value that. And I don't really care how big or small that audience is. I think you can affect one person's life the same as you could affect 10,000 or 1 million people's lives. But like, one person is equally as important. The weirdest thing for me as well is like, when you talk a lot, like I talk a lot, so when I edit I get so bored of myself. There was a video a couple of weeks ago and I almost didn't post it. I was like, that is so boring. All you do is just talk. I just posted it and it actually is doing well. Like, so maybe people like to hear people talk. My hair honestly just constantly gets in the way. So annoying. And I get a lot of comments of people saying stuff about me touching my hair all the time. I can't help it because it just constantly wants to be in my face, and I don't want to cut a fringe because I've got a cow's lick. So then it goes wonky because one side of my fringe will go like this and then the other will go the other side. So we just deal with it, but it is constantly in my face. So if I'm constantly touching my hair, that's why. And then it causes dandruff. So then I get like flakes because I'm constantly disturbing my scalp. It's really annoying. Anyway, back to work. Girls, I just realised that I've lived my whole day and forgot to bring you with me. I said, let's go, and then we didn't go. So I went to Starbucks and I got a white chocolate mocha. So technically it's a white chocolate mocha, but I'm crafty, and what I do is, if you can hear like music going on and off, it's because there's some kind of boy racer next to me that thinks it's really funny. I don't know, it's embarrassing. They just keep playing really loud music. But yeah, I went to Starbucks, and if you are a member of their, I think it's a gold club, something like that. Basically, when you use the app, after a certain amount of stars, you become this gold member. You get free like syrups and cream. This is me giving you my Starbucks tip as a cheapo. But yeah, basically what you'll do is, anytime you get cream, syrups, caramel drizzle, anything like that, it's free. So never order a white chocolate mocha. Always order a latte. So I ordered an iced latte, and then I added the pumps of white chocolate mocha into it, cream and caramel drizzle, because then I just paid for a latte. So there's my little top tip for Starbucks for you. There's the music again. Very strange because they're like full-on grown adults. But anyway, I've been editing some bits in my car. I took Sheba with me. We went on a walk and I did a live while I went on my walk. I do TikTok lives quite a lot now, actually. So I did that, and then I've just come to the front here. I've dropped Sheba off because it's too hot. I'm just picking some pieces from Lounge. Did it used to be called something like Lounge Wear? Lounge something? Or has it always just been Lounge? I'm not sure. But I'm picking some pieces from Lounge that I will share with you when they arrive. I'm really excited because they want to send me a piece for PR, and they've asked me to choose. And also Neon. I love Neon. I love any fragrances, like nice scented stuff, so I believe that they're sending me PR because my manager asked me to choose from a list, so that's really exciting. And I've got a very exciting event at the end of this month that I will take you with me to. It's like a fashion brand event. It's so weird how I've done a 360 because my content started as fashion content years ago, probably like 7 or 8 years ago. My YouTube channel started as fashion, and then during COVID it kind of changed. Shut up, grow up and shut up. I'm such a bitch. Fine, we've got some background music. Then it changed from fashion during COVID because I was trying to, I guess, best support people, and mainly people in my salon. So I started doing salon content even though my salon was closed. I felt like I had more time, and I sold crystals, and I had loads of crystals in the shop that I needed to sell. So I started selling crystals, and I started doing virtual Reiki healing, and then I trained in NLP as well. So I started doing mindset coaching, Reiki healing, and if you've been here from the start, you'll know that I was selling crystals and everything. We were manifesting, we were living our best witchy women lives. It's really interesting how it's made a 360, and I'm like back now making fashion content. It was just really cool. I really enjoyed it, and I do get questions about it, but if you're wondering why I stopped doing crystals, that's why, because I obviously had to pay bills, and then that side of the business just was costing me more. Like, I bought my last round of stock and I really couldn't shift it to make a profit because people were saying that they could get it, you know, cheaper from the Chinese lives, and I just couldn't compete with that. And sometimes that happens with business. Like, I've been in business my whole life, and it's kind of swings and roundabouts. So you can have something really successful, and then overnight it can just die like that. And so it did. And then at the same time I was meant to be going back to my salon, I really didn't want to. I just fell in love with like the online space, and I don't know, I just preferred it. I feel like I can protect my energy a lot more, and I do like alone time. So I ended up selling the salon, carried on coaching. I really liked that. It was really rewarding, but then it did get to a point where it became a little bit like draining as well. And then I just felt bad taking money, trying to help. I kept getting these messages like, oh, my friend's really suicidal, needs help. And then I was like, I can't charge people for that. Like, I can't, what do I say? Yes, it's X amount of money. It just became this space where I didn't want to charge people. So then I wasn't running it like a business. I was running it like a charity, which was fine, but I had bills to pay, and I'd also just taken on a full-time university course, did my master's degree, and I was like, I am actually surviving on my student loan now because I'm not charging people for my time because I feel too bad to, because if I don't, then what's going to happen? And then here we are back in the fashion space, and I feel like maybe this was always meant to be the path that I was meant to go on, and I'm really glad I went through that phase because I did my most healing during that phase, and I don't think I would have cut off some of the relationships that I have cut off if it wasn't for that time. So I'm really grateful for it. And I think when you go through times as well with business, like there's been plenty of times, I'm happy to talk about it on another video if it interests you. I don't know if I'm boring you just talking, but I think with business a lot of the time it is up and down, and it's very glamorized online, like, oh, start a business, and everyone wants to start this business, but I don't think they realise the amount of work and how hard it is to actually run a business. And when it goes down, it's like, it's crazy. Like, I feel so weird talking to the camera when people are around. I'm such a private person, you know, it's so weird. I would never have this conversation with you if you were here with me in person. I don't share anything, but for some reason when there's a camera, I kind of share more and I open up and I don't really care. But if that person was stood by the bin, I'm like, mind your business, don't listen to my story, even though this is literally going out to the world. It's so weird. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, when your business goes down, like, it's scary, and I think the more you do it, the more resilient you get, and the more you think, okay, just redirect, you gotta just move on. So back to my original little concept there. I'm just gonna eat some extra flaming hot Walkers. God knows why, because I don't even like spicy food, but for some reason I've got this new thing that I like spicy snacks. And I'm going to pick my piece from Lounge. Oh, and I've just had a message as well to say that, oh, so one of the shows I've been part of on the BBC, like, I was kind of helping the branding for a mobile strip club. Don't ask. So that was part of BBC and S4C, so that's just dropped. Just had a message. One side unhappy. Okay, so I'm just gonna catch up with some messages and just chill and look at this view, you know? Good morning. I've started going live on TikTok, and It's such a weird thing to do. I feel like we're just, let me put you down here. Are you going to stay? I don't know if it's going to stay, but I feel like we're just living in a really weird world, like where everyone's just so disconnected. And I don't know if it's because years ago everyone lived to go out. So after work, everyone would go, I don't know, to the pub, or do you know what I mean? It was more like, well, you go to your families. It was more community driven. And now I feel like everything's online. Like, I personally don't see many people. So I accidentally was clicking buttons the other day, requesting myself live, and then went live with someone. And I was like, whoa, I didn't realise I haven't spoken to anyone. Obviously, there's like, I walk my dog and I go to the gym every morning, so I say hello or good morning, but I haven't had an actual conversation with a human other than talking to a camera, which I guess this is why I do this, but I haven't done that in like a week. Like, I can go a long time without speaking to people, and I think that's really weird. And I don't know if that's why the online space had such an increase during COVID, because you do feel like you're speaking to someone. I think I'd go out of my mind if I didn't make content, you know, like, it's heavy going, don't get me wrong. Today I've got to film like 50 videos, and I do that every 2 or 3 days. But if I didn't do this, I think I'd go out of my mind, because you don't talk. Like, if I actually wasn't talking to you right now, which is technically, I'm not having a forward and back conversation, but I feel like I'm speaking to people because you're my community and you're going to fall. Do you know what that just reminds me of? You know, on White Chicks, and she's like, you are falling asleep again, Marcus! Okay, doesn't matter. We're just going to fall. No, that's going to actually annoy me. But yeah, so I went live anyway, and then I thought, whoa, this is actually like back and forward conversation as long as I'm speaking to someone. So I started going live on my own, and it's a really weird experience because you're not going back and forth with people. It's kind of like comments, and sometimes it feels a little bit awkward because you're just sat there knowing people are just watching you but not talking, which is weird. Anyway, I've just received really exciting parcels, and I thought I'd just show you a couple that I really like. Like, one bikini from Bow Avenue is so pretty. Where is it? Look at this colour. I'm going to come and sit here. Look at the colour of this. Oh, it's beautiful. What is this called? It is the colour Rust. I don't know what it's called though. Look how gorgeous this bikini is. It's like a rusty orange, burnt orange and gold. I love it. I did a TikTok. I hate the TikTok. You know, when you upload something and you think, why did you do that? I didn't do my hair. So my hair's really, really frizzy. It's not even curly. I didn't have curl cream. It's like due a hair wash day. It looks so messy. It's been brushed out. I don't know why I did it. And then I showed all of these beautiful tops. I'm obsessed. There's some stunning pieces on there. Yeah, I uploaded that and I was like, oh, do I delete it? Why did I do that? Why didn't I just do my hair nice? Anyway, I'm going to film now, and then I am going to go to Starbucks, get a coffee. I tried the tiramisu latte. It just tastes like cheese. I don't like it at all. I also tried the new Costa lavender latte. I don't know what they're doing at the minute. It's not nice. It's just awful. It even looked awful. I did a TikTok on it. I really did not like it. And then this weekend I am meeting Grace and we're doing a content day. We've not done one in ages. We're going to be shooting some stuff for that. But yeah, today's basically just a filming day. If I can film all of these, it's Friday today, then I sign off for the week, and then over the weekend I can just edit them then. That's my plan. So get it all filmed, go and get my coffee. I'll start editing tonight, but yeah. I'll do some editing inside of Starbucks first. I'll probably edit my upcoming YouTube video and just make sure that I've got some TikToks that are good to go. And I really wanted to bring my new bag with me. I absolutely love that bag, and it's just matched my outfits today perfectly. I feel like it's just such a beautiful bag for summer, and then in autumn, when autumn comes, that is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's going to look like I've got no clothes on now because my top isn't off the shoulder, But yeah, I love that bag. However, I needed my laptop and all my bits, so I've had to just bring my Neverfull instead. So gonna wait from coffee shop, and then I'll probably take her for a little walk, and I'll do a live. I'll probably just sit in my car for a bit. Go, thank you. But overall, really productive day. I'm due on as well, so I'm so tired at the minute. Yesterday was so long-winded. I had to just do my normal thing, which is take the dog, go to the gym and film. And then I also had to go to Manchester, and when I got back I was so tired. It's always on the days where you just want to go straight to bed that you can't. So I got home and she just wasn't well. So I had to take her on another walk last night, just so that she could eat grass and be sick and do what she needed to do. Otherwise I knew she was going to keep me up all night. But I had a really